Well, it's a weary, dreary Wednesday. See if my steps washed away. Nope, not yet. But it's not all bad news. So it's 6:41 last night. No, I'm sorry, 8:41 last night. I received a text with the detail and an email. So I just got back from the township. I dropped it off around there. Now I got to wait and hear from them. But here it is. I had to cut out any identifying information. I'm not going to dox myself. But it's basically the same as the other one I showed you. Except now we're adding a footer. So I was a little confused with this because we got that poopy footer down there sticking out like 8 inches in some spots, 12 inches in other spots. So he's got this nice and clean straight line here with the nice new footer. So I had to call him, and I called him, and I figured he wanted me to cut that out of the way, and yes. So I'm going to have to get a saw, and I'm going to have to cut this. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. A walk behind saw, I don't know. I mean, I could lower it down with this machine, but I don't know. I might be down there on my hands and knees with the circular saw. Even the demo saw, I don't know. Probably the circular saw. I'm gonna have to take the hammer, my Bosch, and chip some of them poopies from the old point and chip some of that out of the way to try to get it as flat as possible, and then go down it with the saw and then break that out of there. And then he wants me to go, we're going to be 16 inches wide and 8 inches deep. And then everything else I showed you before, the rest of the detail. Vibrate the concrete to reduce air voids, 45 seconds per 24-inch section of formwork. That'll be later after the footer. So I got to figure out what I'm doing today in this dreariness. All right, so I decided to come down in the hole. I think I'm going to do some digging today, some hand digging. I got a pick, couple shovels. I think I want to expose this footer. And now, after it's been like this for a week or so, now you can see they stopped their footer here. See that nastiness? And then they came over here and started going lower with blocks. I want to find out why, so I'm going to take advantage of today and dig this a little bit and see what we can see. I mean, why would you stop there, bud? I mean, you realize you were too short with your footer? Okay, well then you get some more concrete and you pour some more footer, right? Wouldn't you think that? I mean, I don't understand what went on here. I just, well, I'm going to do some digging and I'll come back and we'll open up an investigation here. See if we can figure this nonsense out. All right, I changed my mind on that hand digging real quick. I mean, I got this machine here. Let's see what I can do. So I filled my steps in because I got to crawl over there and reach down and try to dig that out. Much easier with the machine. So let's do that. All right, listen, before you beat me up for my operating skills, I'm a novice. So be easy. Yeah, I had to get that going. I had to get some of this out of here. Look at this. So they stepped it down. So here's the footer here. I got it exposed here, just in case the building inspector wants to see it before I cut it out of there. So then they stopped here and they dropped down another 2 courses of block, because you can see right there, that's not a block. So there's 2 more courses down there, and then let's zoom in. That's some kind of footer down there. Man, I don't know what happened here. Maybe there was something in the way here, and they had to do this one higher, but they were able to get over there, get deeper with that one. I don't know, man. I guess you would call it a step footer. They stepped it for some reason. But I'm gonna leave this like this. The kid had to carve me out another set of steps, because I had to fill it in so I could bring the machine over, and the machine was stuck. I had the machine stuck over there. Took me a little while to get it out, but I'm good now. I found out that the blade has to be there so I can push stuff out of my way. I had it facing the bollards and I dug myself in. I guess it just dug itself in, all the rain we've been getting. So now I know better. Got to have the blade so you can push and dig yourself out. I don't know when I'll have another video on this, because now I gotta wait. Tomorrow's Thursday. I don't know if I'll hear from them tomorrow or Friday or Monday. But I guess I'll do another video when I'm gonna cut this. I don't think I can cut it until the building inspector gives me the approval. I don't want to touch it, just in case.